Hello guys, welcome to our biodiversity awareness video, and today we're going to talk a bit about on in-situ conservation and our case study, hutan simpan air hitam. So, what are we waiting for?
In-situ conservation is a type of conservation that protect endangered species such as tapir, Malayan tigers, and rafflesia. Not only that, it also conserves the entire ecosystem in which they live. This means by conserving one species of in-situ, it can have a ripple effect on benefiting other plants, animals, and even microorganisms in the habitat.
Now, have you ever wondered what life in the forest really is? Well, today, we are going to bring you guys to Air Hitam Reserve Forest to witness how life in the forest really is. Let's go!
Now we're moving on to one of the most important parts of a reserve forest, which is for the survival of species. And you may or may not have heard it in the background, but you can hear some sounds made of animals called lotong. And then not only those animals are the ones that live in the forest, obviously. You see insects, plants and trees. This is all to stop them from going extinct. And it really does help a lot with the survival of species. So,
Now we are at the top of the Air Hitam Reserve Forest. It's approximately take about an hour and a half to get here.
now moving on to the next importance of the reserve forest, it is to reduce global warming. And as you all know, trees undergo photosynthesis. And while they do undergo photosynthesis, one of the sources of photosynthesis are carbon dioxide. And when they absorb carbon dioxide, through the preservation of trees, the carbon dioxide gases that are released into the air are decreased as they use it to undergo photosynthesis. So this is how a reserve forest can stop global warming. Alright, so now I'm going to be talking about the third importance of a reserve forest, which is to increase water retention. When trees are planted, the roots grow into the ground, and when that happens, the roots absorb all the excess water that is absorbed by the soil. And what happens is the soil does not become eroded and does not cause landslides, so which is very important to us human beings, since most of us live next to mountains.
Now we are going to talk about the ecosystem of this Air Hitam Forest Reserve. So the ecosystem of this forest reserve is rainforest. If you take a look around the area, and why is this ecosystem rainforest? This is because unlike other ecosystems like the desert, tundra, or aquatic ecosystem, this forest ecosystem is receives a lot of rain and sunlight, which, if you can see up there, forms a canopy, because existence of tall trees from abundance of rain and sunlight.
Now, on to the most interesting part. You must have been wondering, what are the species that they reserve here in Hutan Simpan Air Hitam? Well, I'm gonna go and divide it into two categories, which is the flora and fauna. I believe you all have been waiting for this part, which is the fauna that can be found in Hutan Simpan Air Hitam. Well, to break it to you, there are 208 types of birds, which is 30 of them are endangered species and 35 of them are migrated species. There are also long-tailed birds, which is so interesting. And there are 14 types of small mammals that does not fly. Well, typically ground sparrow and rats. Oh, there are also slow lories. There are type of species that make the genus Nyctiphilus, which is so amazing to find out that such a rare species is conserved in this Hutan Simpan. You might be thinking, are there no aquatic species? Well, there are, and there are 18 types of frogs and also 10 types of fishes, but most of them we cannot see because all of them are in the waterfall that are restricted from the visitors to visit. Now, we're going to talk about the purposes of Hutan Simpan of Air Hitam. As we all know, Hutan Simpan of Air Hitam is managed by UPM, which is University Putra Malaysia. So, the main purpose of this forest is to act as a living laboratory for students to do their researches that related to plants and animals. Other than that, besides supplying its oxygen through photosynthesis process, it also absorbs gas, carbon, and toxins to reduce global warming. Lastly, the hill water from the forest can be used as a sources of clean water in our daily life. Well, it is true that Hutan Simpan Air Hitam is meant to be the shelters for endangered and also protected species. Sadly, we cannot deny that the impact of unawareness among people about the importance of conserving in situ is very tainting the purpose of this Hutan Simpan. What can we do to fix this? Well, worry not. I've already suggested a few things to do. Well, as for the government, we suggest that the government did more campaign about reserve forests to ensure that the knowledge could reach a variety type of audience from different layers of society. The campaign can also be held by communities such as school, college, and also even companies. So you might even think, what are we as a community can contribute? Well, the very least we can do is to make sure that we respect the boundaries when we visit the reserve forest by not hunting or trespassing. Therefore, we can help maintain our national treasure.
Yeah, that's right. Unlike most big cats, tigers love water. Tigers often seen cooling off in river, lake, or ponds.
Daripada awal ke?
Go. Alright.
Now, have you ever wondered what life in the forest?
Cakap.
Hello, how you doing?
Kau cakap. Kau tak cakap apa-apa.
Tak boleh cakap apa-apa, aku tak buat lagi.
Kau tak cakap
Tak
apa-apa.
apa. Sekarang dekat air hitam, Pucung. Tak tahu dah di puncak ke apa. Tapi jauh gak ah.
Actually an hour lebih kak. Tuan.
Di situ konser.
Dah.